good, y'all? We on the blacktop right now. We in a good environment, around good people. We're bringing the information to you, viewers at your discretion. You know, you can use the information, apply the knowledge, and incorporate it into your life and change your perception on the world and how you can impact, or you can just watch for your entertainment. But my name is Martel. I trade, and I'm an investor.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Blacktop. My name is Damian Thompson. I rent out cars, economy, luxury, exotic cars here in the Southern California area. Appreciate you guys tuning in to this video. We are all creators. Go ahead and use your mind to, expand on your thoughts, really take in what's going to be iterated on this video. And, let's continue to grow.
Let's grow, man. It's Michael Wins. And if you don't know, man, you can check me out on Instagram or whatever. But I'm just happy y'all tapping in today. We're going to have a high intellect, and a good conversation, just keeping y'all along the journey. If you click this video, you probably clicked it for a certain reason. You probably out here trying to develop and continue to gain your intellect on whatever set path to success you're trying to go to. And we just happy to share that common correlation with each other. So, man, I hope y'all enjoy this video. Let's get to it, man. What we talking about today, man? What we talking about on the blacktop?
First topic we got right now is how your circle, how your environment, how your daily frequencies shape your future, how your habits shape your future. But the topic is going to be how your circle shapes your future, the people you hang around, the people you have around you, and how that can have it impact on the lifestyle that you wish to obtain or the lifestyle that you're living. So these are my boys right here. I'm around them all the time. We talk on the phone. We have powerful conversations. We reach higher heights daily, constantly, growing and elevating. And that's why I have these people around me because they hold me accountable and we keep growing. So what is your guys' perception on?
Man, that's the biggest, bro. These two people right here, and two hardest workers I even know, man. And they hold me accountable on the daily, pushing me to a higher elevation, a higher frequency, bro. That just makes you're accountable to your goals because we sharing these high visions and high goals with each other. It's only gonna draw your subconscious mind to understanding what you really want, man, and what you really want around you is very important. But so right now, man, like we on a trading journey right now. I'm locked in on a trading journey. As well as I run a business where I detail vehicles. And, man, it's very important because you definitely I wasn't always an entrepreneur, but what helped me elevate into taking full, persistence in your dream and what you really want for yourself. You got to have the people around you to push you. And you know what I mean? And these people, like-minded entrepreneurs, it's really important if you don't have a team of people or people around you that are motivating you and not like negatively, like if they don't put any doubt into your vision, bro, those are the type of people you want around you. And it definitely helps sharpen my future and definitely my vision for myself. And shit is very important.
What's your take, Damien?
I mean, your circle is powerful. Each one teaches one. So I feel like each one of us are able to bounce off each other's thoughts, what we're going through on a day-to-day basis. And it's not just from a regular, perspective. I mean, everybody has their own thoughts, but at the same time, we're always looking to grow. We're always, focused on what we are in as far as our business or, why we're in our business. And we're, making sure that's important and, continuously on our, mind, not just, wandering around and getting distracted and, not staying focused and driven on what you really want. And I feel like it's really easy to get distracted because you look at your phone, you look at the external world around you and you see certain events that could, unmotivate you, or you see other people carrying habits that, you may cater to just because that's what you see around you. You are shaped by your environment, the things you've seen, heard, and, have been told. So it's all important to, keep like-minded individuals that are motivated. And, I feel like your circle is very important because that also molds you as an individual. So you got to make sure, where everybody's going is in the right direction. As long as that's the what's going on. I feel like you got a good circle for yourself.
Hey, let me chime in a little bit, bro. So one thing that I know that I'm really working on my personal growth journey is discipline. And these people hold me accountable every day, man. And, man, talk a little bit about discipline. And how would you say discipline is much needed for success? And what different sacrifices you make for discipline?
Man, discipline is I feel like the foundation to your motivation and pushing yourself. There may be some days where you don't want to go to the gym. There may be some days where you don't want to read or you don't want to go to work or you don't want to work on yourself. But the discipline is going to carry you through that, and through the turmoil of not wanting to do that. Like after that, like the days you don't want to go to the gym, but you go, you're like, oh man, like I'm glad I got that done today. And discipline. If you don't have discipline, you can have the people around you to hold you accountable, to show you what discipline is. You need to be provided examples of what discipline looks like so that you know how to implement discipline into your lifestyle. Because if you don't have discipline around you, you don't necessarily know what it is. Yeah, we know like as kids and childhood, with discipline, if you do something, you get in trouble. But the true values of discipline and where that stems from. So, that circle is going to help you with that discipline, holding you accountable and making sure you're doing what you need to be doing to stay on the right track and not be derailed by any distractions, like Damien said. So, what do you guys think about discipline, Damien?
I mean, discipline, it starts in the mind. So, you could tell yourself, you're going to do something, but if you don't really, make sure you know why that's important to you, we can focus on what we're not doing, but we got to focus on what we really want. And if you don't know what you want, then, you not necessarily doing what you told yourself may not really make an impact to you. It may be something that you keep telling yourself you want to do, but if you don't have the motivation and drive to truly be that individual that you tell yourself, which is why it's important to keep like-minded people around you, to continue to see them do good, you do good, and, it just keeps you guys going, That's the importance of it. So, most importantly, discipline takes you a long way. Nobody's going to do it for you. Mm-hmm. So you got to make sure that, you're around individuals that are doing what they need to do. So, that can push you to continue to do what you need to do. But most importantly, it starts with you. And you got to want
personal growth
and know what you want.
Personal growth journey, bro. That's my biggest highlight. And I like how you mentioned the gym, just because I feel like that's such an exercise that you could physically, like tangibly work on, and you understand it's building more than just your muscle. It's actually a part of discipline of making that time out of the day. Like how you said, some days you may not want to push yourself through that stuff. But I feel like it's a great exercise to start if you guys want to set down a goal. You know what I mean? Definitely incorporate like physical exercise, because I feel like that's something that you could take out of your day to apply to discipline to a worthy goal, because you need to create a worthy goal to have discipline towards. And you know what I mean? That's how it reflects to my personal growth journey, is just because it's through your day to day, is to have worthiness of self-worth, or how you're going to hold yourself to a different level. So I love that. If y'all haven't haven't been writing down new shit, bro, try to get a that's what we've been exercising. Literally, we've been exercising that. We've been going to the gym, real consistently. So, and it elevates your mind too, I believe. Like, being able to set that time of day where you're not thinking about anything else external, more or less just working on what weight you have at the present moment. You know what I mean? Being in the present frame of thought. That's an exercise in itself. That's, holding yourself accountable to a discipline that you don't even really realize until you're on the personal growth journey, or being conscious of the personal growth journey. And it's going to reflect in everything, like y'all definitely mentioned, man.
And as discipline, what was I going to say? As you have more discipline, you start to stay consistent, you get confident in like what you're doing. Like say, like for example, if you played a sport when you were younger and you weren't as good the first year, but you had the discipline to, you want to be a good football player or soccer player, or volleyball player, whatever. And, it takes discipline to wake up and do your workouts, hit your ladder drills, or, run and do what you got to do. And as you start to get better, you start to see your progression on the field, or wherever you perform, whether it be ballet or whatever for the women out there. But and you start to build confidence in what you're doing, and you're like, it's a good thing to have.
That hustle mentality, bro. I think that wraps around just having, when you create that goal for yourself, to have a hustler mentality, or when you have that aspiration, like I said, I always wanted to hustle, and I always knew I put my best foot forward in everything like that I did since a child. You know what I mean? So when you start having a worthy goal to put it to, rather that being a business or selling something or increasing your income, finding a hustle, I think that's when you start clicking on that hustling mentality. And if y'all watching this, you'll most definitely probably have that hustling mentality, bro. So, you know what I mean?
What are some examples that like you guys implement for discipline? Like, Damien?
For me, myself, I got a little routine. I personally have a mentor. You know, it's good to bounce ideas and thoughts with each other, but you don't really know what you don't know. So you could feel like you're doing something right to take, you know, action towards what you're doing as far as your discipline. But in reality, those small actions may just be, you know, regular actions. In reality, you know, if you really want to take something serious, you know, you may want to take on a mentor that's going to guide you and lead you in the direction of what you really need to be doing, to know that you're not just out here, you know, moving around, you know, doing half reps, you know, not eating the right meal prep. But all that creates a result, and, you know, discipline leads to a result. And like he was saying, it builds confidence in what you could do, because, you know, it's all just a mind thing. You know, you 100%. Build confidence by seeing what you're able to do, and, you know, you kind of get inspired by yourself to continue to take action for what's available for you. And I feel like as long as you start with a positive mind state and, you know, whatever you're doing, I think you'll succeed.
100%, bro. And shouts out Proctor, bro. You talk about that mind, man. Shouts out D, bro. He's living proof, man. Like, see it on the daily that I implemented in my life, that I see immediate results of just bettering myself. And definitely find a mentor. I'm kind of the person that will learn very quick and kind of YouTube University, everything. So I'm still practicing it too. I could have a full, you know, blueprint of how to shortcut something, and I still kind of go around different ways. I don't know if it's the way I'm learning, but it's definitely one thing that I'm working on. My discipline is to continue to, you know, put in an actual worksheet. Like I only did high school. I didn't do college. So when they understand, like, you know, you guys are young, you guys have them fresh Cornell notes, understanding, taking annotations, how to do all that. Apply that, man. Apply that to something that you really need to write down and do for yourself, because, hey, man, that shit is beautiful. Like, it's a real exercise on your mind. It's something that you really want to do, you know, like, if you may not, you know, I want to say an example of, like, one of the mentors, but it's like you get result. Like, say if you ask, like, to do something, and they'd be like, why, like, you did something and got in trouble, and they ask you why'd you do it, you're gonna say, I don't know. Like, oh, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? But so the reason why you're doing that is because you're doing something that you don't necessarily want to do, and you're getting results that you don't want, you know. So that, why'd you do it? I don't know. So you gotta know. You gotta sit down, write down, take your Cornell notes from a blueprint shortcut on how to do something, and, you know what I mean. You're gonna know how to do it. So that's how I've been applying discipline in my life recently, is really trying to absorb from a mentor and you know, apply that to my day-to-day growth of what I want for my business, which has recently been like trading. I could say definitely focus on trading, and that's a 95% psychology. It's a direct reflection of my psychology. Is a direct reflection of results you'll get while being a profitable trader. And then I believe that that's been big for me. So
a lot of it is acknowledging where you are in your life and where you want to be, because if you keep doing the same thing, you're getting these results. You want to change the outputs, but you need to change your inputs. You need to change what you're doing.
Results your you don't want.
Exactly, your circle, your discipline. So acknowledge that and use that as an indicator to push forward and do better for yourself, and write some stuff down. Write your thoughts down, journal, and like what I was doing, when I was a truck driver for a little while, I had like a journal, and I was reading this book called Do It, and every day I would kind of review like my progress for the day, what I've accomplished and what I want to get done, what I've learned. So I would review it, and I start to see like progress within myself. As with trading, like trading every day, you journal your trades, you see what went wrong with your trades, and you see how you can push forward and do better. And you start to see progress and consistency. With the consistency builds confidence, but you have to go through the persistency as well, which is despite turmoil and obstacles and facing challenges, you have to keep pushing through. That's persistency. You know what I mean? Consistency is doing the same thing over again, but you got to have persistency as well, and confidence, and understanding that losses are going to come along the way. You know, you're going to take blows, or, you know, whatever in life, your car may break down, something may happen unfortunate, but you got to prepare for those rainy days, and that's discipline, you know, having that cash on hand. So, yeah.
And with losses too, you get lessons, man. Like what is like a biggest mistake? Because me personally, in the last year, like, you know, I feel like I got 4 years of experiences through plenty of lessons, bro. And it's plenty of lessons and plenty of lessons, bro. What would you say was like a huge mistake that you recently encountered that you feel, you know, was progression to your lesson. You know what I mean? I guess you could say.
With me personally being in the rental car space, I'm noticing, especially with us, we've been shopping around, looking at new cars for the business to go ahead and expand and cater to a higher end market. And I'm noticing, as far as on the personal side, you definitely want to make sure. For me, myself, I got started and I jumped in the game and I personally financed 4 cars under my name. And, I was doing DoorDash, Uber, and even before that, I was doing construction, pumping concrete, working warehouse jobs. And, I decided to go ahead and quit that. You could, like we were saying, you show yourself what you're capable of by the results that you get. So me ranking up, me doing these jobs, showing that, hey, if I could build somebody else's program, what they got going on, I'm making somebody else's house nice. I'm, providing for them, creating their dream. Why can't I do this for my own dream? So I wouldn't consider anything failure, though. They're all learning lessons, but definitely just seeing the importance of how your debt to income ratio could play a factor when it comes to these cars and, kind of getting in and out of these cars, as far as, are you going to trade the car in for the new car that you're getting, or, are you going to pay the car all the way off, so it's all ins and outs of just running your own business and, just growing and getting started and just believing in yourself and figuring it out on the way. Like, the longer you say you want to do something and you don't do it, that's I rather get started and create results and be able to learn along the way rather than get stopped at what I feel like is limiting me.
So you make that decision, bro. For sure. What about you, bro? What's a good lesson that you can?
Along my trading journey, I kind of just jumped in the game, like following signals, whatever. But kind of just over leveraging, not having good risk management. I was just gambling, you know what I mean, but not having any strategy. The thing about trading is people are on all these discords and people are sending signals and we're just buying these stocks, but
Discord link gonna be in the description for sure.
At the same time, you have to understand how to do it for yourself, because not everybody's gonna be able to hold your hand along the way. You know what I mean? So it's like having a mentor. Your mentor is gonna mentor you, teach you, coach you up, but it's up to you to implement what you need to implement in your life so that you can get the results that you want. You know what I mean? So my biggest lesson was I lost a lot of money around like 4 months ago, November. And I learned that lesson. I journaled it, and now I'm moving forward and I'm learning from it. Now I'm in a mentorship, so I know not to go through that again and know what to do next time. So that's my biggest lesson.
Psychology, man. Direct reflection.
What about you, Mike?
Personally, bro, man, I got the wrong mentor, man. I definitely went all in with a goddamn. Be careful, y'all. There really be sharks out there, man.
Take your time.
They be
Explain it though. Explain it
No,
so
I'll
they can
explain the
understand
story,
it though,
for
because
sure.
that's very fucking important.
Yeah, man. I invested with the wrong mentor, and it definitely took a bad turn. But you know what I mean? I had a story where I came across somebody that kept flashing all the tangible, beautiful things. I ran into this guy for like 5 days in a row, different Ferrari, different Maserati, different Teslas. And I asked him, what do you do? He told me he does exotic car rentals, or he does car rentals. He just did car rentals. And he told me he could be my mentor and he could be a great business partner because he was giving out no doc loans and what was it? It was like a grant. He told me about a business grant. Be very cautious of people. Any mentor that doesn't have any sort of source of credibility or any source of, track record, any sort of receipts, bro, don't go for it. Even though I came across this guy and he was a lot older man, like he's around in his 40s, has 3 kids, wife, everything. So it looks very established. It was something that I could see myself from the outside, from the image he was portraying, to, follow along the footsteps. But everything all the grass isn't greener on the other side. He could just be painting that picture, and which unfortunately he did. So I went in with business with this guy where he totally took control over opening up different businesses in my name and opening up different credit lines in my name, like over $250,000 of liquidated credit that I didn't even know I had access to. If he was being transparent with me, I could have, no shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I'm happy it happened because now I'm on a journey of understanding the whole financial gain and having full sovereignty over your business and financials. And it's created me into a bigger man. I understand the value of it because I want to be able to, educate and guide and be able to have that resource to people, that actually went through something, unfortunate or anything like that, because it's definitely a great space. But yeah, that was a big lesson for me is don't fall for no credible mentors, but go for a good mentor though. That was a big lesson for me just because I was really attracted to by the finer things. I'm always attracted to like the nicer things in life, and I understood that my guard was really down when it came to experiencing somebody that did that had that stuff to use to manipulate you, and I was a victim. But I don't have no victim mindset. He actually put me in a better position to understand where I want for myself. So, yeah. So that was a big lesson, but man, many blessings from it for sure.
Blessings for sure.
Many blessings from it. And
it's
I'm
like
excited,
clarity right
bro.
there. It's like clarity.
And
perception.
nothing ever happens to you, bro. It happens for you. And it all starts with the mind, like how D was talking about. You could look at any different situation in a polar lens where there's positive and negative.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
You want
sir.
to look into the light, bro, and what
Yes,
you
sir.
really see for yourself. And I believe that's your higher mind, bro. So that's why that it brought to a personal growth journey with that lesson. So that's what I think too, man.
So I want to touch on the mentor topic a little bit. Like, as far as when you're looking for a mentor, you don't want to go to a personal trainer if you're locked out your car and you need a locksmith. You don't want to, hey, can you pull this door open, man? You big, strong, you might know what you're doing. No, you want to, have somebody credible that knows what they're doing. They have the results, their, testimonies or even, the not even necessarily the life that they live, but, the information that they could teach you, and I feel like you do got to pay. You definitely got to pay attention. Don't let, one story, necessarily stop you from going after what you want to do, but definitely make sure they're credible individuals and, somebody that you can resonate with and see yourself as. And I feel like if you want to do something, go for the number one in that industry, go to the number one teacher in whatever model that you're looking to do. Cause then, you're just around inspired individuals that are looking to be the best, So that's one takeaway.
Hey, bro, you got to highlight that one, bro. You got to pay attention. The game is meant to be sold and not told, because if you pay something, you actually might learn something.
Yeah. You'll take it more serious.
There's all this free information on the internet, bro. All this free information. Are you going to organize it, and are you actually going to hold yourself accountable to do it? I feel if you pay for it, you have some sort of inclination to actually apply it. So you got to pay attention, bro. That's a good one right there, bro. That's pretty dope. What's the topics you talking about?
We can stay on the mentors topic.
Yeah.
Be open-minded. Always be willing to learn new information. Don't be closed-minded. Don't just be stuck on one belief system about something. Listen and also filter what people tell you. People might not tell you. People may say something that may not be for you or may not be applicable to the lifestyle that you live or want to live. So understand the advice you're taking in and ask questions. Talk. A closed mouth never gets fed. Research. You know what I mean? We have a private jet in our hand, a phone. You got Chat GPT, you got internet. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do, you have it right here in your hand. So, yeah,
it's the new world, bro. It's all. Oh, you got to create or disintegrate. That's really what it is, bro. And it starts with that motherfucker. You got to create or disintegrate. And we got all the tools. There's never been that's a sandbox. Like, there's never been a sandbox with this many tools in it, bro. Like, and that's the technology age. I don't know. I'm still practicing myself on applying it to it and stuff like that. But just that idea alone is just a great one to grasp, bro. Like, shit.
Next thing we'll talk about is the sacrifices that are needed to succeed. Sacrifices and discipline that is needed to succeed.
We went over that.
What are sacrifices? What are some of the sacrifices you made so that you can live the life you want to live or move towards the life you want to live? What are some of the things you had to push away? Whether you had to,
sacrifice,
dish away some old habits or whatever. Like, what you have to sacrifice.
Definitely sacrificing, bro. Coming from 16, I was always working. I always had the hustler mentality that I wanted to get some money. And, once a lot of people, I don't know if y'all watching this right now, but, that's one mindset. Like, you could work and get some money, you know what I mean? But are you going to take that that leap of faith where you actually go out and maybe go get that line of credit to start a business? Are you gonna go out and get the funding to, try something like go take your own leap? So I think a big sacrifice that I took was just seeing if applying credit to start a business, bro, and being able to get my detailing going. And I figured it out along the way. I saw the doors open along the way, and it was all how I envisioned it. And definitely just applying that mind to it. But a lot of sacrifices I was having to take was like not knowing if I would get applied to credit, not knowing if I would make X amount per month to, pay the insurance and stuff like that at first. But I believe that shit came along the way, and the sacrifices that came with it. It's fear, bro. I sacrificed all the fear, bro. I eliminated the fear and just did it. Like, I sacrificed a lot of fear, not knowing and stuff like that. But it takes time. It takes, that long, you could say like long nights and, early mornings and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure. Because that's what you're applying that for, then you're going to be putting, you're going to be putting it in. Shit. I think that turns into like, if you really want that shit, you're going to automatically form into that version of that is achieving it. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like, the sacrifice was just doing it, like the fear of doing it, because when you understand you're doing it, you already know what you need to start doing. If you're not getting results that you don't like, then you're gonna have to, start changing things up. And I think the most powerful thing to change up is your mindset. So, or what I'm realizing now.
What type of people did you have to sacrifice, like, so that you can move towards the direction you want, whether they weren't good for you or they were bringing you down or their energy wasn't right? Like, you had to sacrifice that. Like, if you guys ever had to sacrifice something like that, or a vice, maybe, like, I don't know.
For me, I'm very sociable person, bro. You know this. Like, I have friends everywhere. Like, I can make friends anywhere I go, any room I step into. So I'm a very like a sponge when it comes into the energies of other people. I almost could reflect them really well. So, like, cutting people off in a way, I never really. I guess it was like a work thing, bro. Like, I guess when that work stuff kind of got me into the idea of like, bro, don't hit me up. I'm working, like, to start cutting people off, I guess. And just for that way, like, you know what I mean? Some people may take it as like, oh, I'm this or whatever, but they all know it's all love, bro. When you get busy, and they should understand that if they're able to, if you share that vision, if you're, vulnerable to share that dream of yours with them and stuff, they should understand that's pushing it towards it. Then they're a supporter. If not, then fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not benefiting you in any way. And, usually I could see that energy right away. So,
what about you, Damon? What type of sacrifices are needed for success, or some sacrifices you had to make so you can move towards the direction you want to go?
I wouldn't consider them sacrifice. I would just, consider it required to, go to the next level. What's most beneficial, because at the end of the day, it's always about what's beneficial to you, talking about friends, family. Like, for me, I personally miss out on a lot of events when it comes to like family, just personally being the only operator of my business. I'm always having to be on the go, when it comes to helping out my clients ready for pickup, and that's just little things that you got to do if you want to call it a sacrifice. At the end of the day, I sign myself up for what I'm doing, and I know what I know what I'm doing. I know what I want. So this is just some of the things. It's time. So yeah, these are just some of the things that I genuinely needed to do for myself to, really go to the next level. It's really just coming to that realization point of what's needed for yourself, what's required, and going all in, because nobody else is gonna create that belief besides, or that vision besides you, because you're the only one that has it in your head. You're the only one that knows what to do as far as what you want to do, and nobody else is gonna take that action for you. So it's just, be grateful for, the opportunities that you get to take on, because that's just the starting point of, where you want to be. And it's all going to happen if you just start.
Get going.
Get it going. Hey, start with the A. I like how you said that shit, but it's all in the mind, because if that's one thing y'all pull from this video, bro, have gratitude towards that vision that you have, that dream that you have in your mind. Have gratitude towards it every day, and think about it every single day, and think about it in any situation, in any way. Because we on the blacktop balling every day.
We gonna wrap this up, man. Blacktop balling, man. We on the blacktop having exquisite conversations, giving you guys good information to use, good knowledge to use to implement it to your life, and learn some of the things that we use in our lives to do what we do, and maybe you can take something and use it for yourself or spread it out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we on the blacktop, man. We got Damien, Micah, Martell. We out.
Hey, man, love y'all, man. Shit. All right.